still remain your newsboy, Roland, reporting live on Red Alert FM, and the program is still your program of choice, Eating Matters. And this afternoon, let's welcome our guest. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
May we meet you, ma'am?
My name, as I said, my name is Miss Faith.
Okay. And what do you do, ma'am?
I'm a nurse. I treat people, the sick ones most especially, and also I do take deliveries in my facility where I work.
All right. Take delivery, and thank God we say you take delivery. That means you deliver pregnant women or child or babies. Let me put it simply. So, madam, this afternoon, thank God you are a nurse. So let us just discuss majorly on exclusive breastfeeding. Could you please explain to the world, because we are worldwide, what we mean by exclusive breastfeeding?
Thank you very much. Exclusive breastfeeding is one of the best components that every mother should give to a child immediately after birth.
Okay.
Once the baby is out,
Right.
we the nurses place the baby into the mother's breast immediately before even clamping to the cords to separate the placenta from the baby.
Okay.
So we encourage that so that the breast milk will start lactating immediately,
Okay.
and also the baby will get that close relationship with the mother.
Alright.
So when we say exclusive breastfeeding, we are trying to create a relationship between mother and child by bonding, the child knowing who the mother is right from
Infancy. Alright.
So exclusive breastfeeding is one of the best. It's the best among all milk. You don't buy it. It's priced. In fact, it's costless. You don't have to cook it. You don't need to warm it to give to the child. It's something that is already inbuilt inside the human system. So, and this breast milk, we have different types. We have the hinge, we have the 4-water, and first of all, we do have the cholesterol. It's in yellow color.
Okay.
It comes in yellow. So that's the first milk that first comes out from the mother's breast.
Okay.
Many women tend to throw it away, but we encourage them to give to that child immediately after birth. The reason is because that cholesterol it has its own good use, good value to that child's life. So as the baby takes in that cholesterol, you notice the baby starts developing good. Both the eyes, the sight, and everything start developing very well. Then from there you start breastfeeding the child, and like we say, exclusive breastfeeding takes from 0 to 6 months. Without water.
Okay. That's the maximum you should go.
Yes.
Or can it go above that?
When you say exclusive is 0 to 6 months.
Okay.
Exclusive breastfeeding is 0 to 6 months. Then from 6 months, you can now wean the child, whereby you start introducing other foods to the child. And when you're introducing those foods to the child, you still have to make it lighter, watering, so that the child can pick in. Because most times some mothers, they fail to understand that when you're weaning a child doesn't mean that you have to stop breastfeeding that child. No, you'll continue breastfeeding the child. But the exclusive aspect is that 0 to 6 months, because your breast milk produces many things. It gives the DHA is there, we have the choline, we have the acetylcholine, we have the vitamins that the child needs to grow with. So that is why we encourage mothers to breastfeed 0 to 6 months. And also the benefit of breast milk, it's priceless, as I said. You don't need to buy it, you don't need to warm it, and it helps this child to prevent GIT, that's gastrointestinal obstructions. That the child cannot develop all these GIT problems like diarrhea, vomiting, all those things. The child tends to grow healthy. If you see a child that is being breastfed for 6 months and a different child that did not take mother's breast milk for 6 months, you see the difference. And most times those ones that they didn't breastfeed for, just only given as an only breast milk for that 0 to 6 months, you see them, they rush them to the hospital unnecessarily. The child always comes down with sepsis, comes down with vomiting and stooling frequently. So that is why we encourage mothers to first give that child breast milk 0 to 6 months. no additional water, because your breast milk contains 95% of water the child needs. So there's no point giving the child water again when you're giving that child breast milk. And you know, when a child is growing, the child starts developing hiccups. And most times when the child starts developing hiccups, some mothers will say, mother-in-laws will say, it's because you're not giving the child water. Not knowing that is part of development in that child's life. The child has to have those hiccups to grow. That is, it's a sign of expansion of the abdomen.
Okay, no, Faith, let me cut you there. So, why do you actually, you are a mother, thank God you are a mother, maybe not just for when you have like children, two kids to your credit and by the grace of God. So, why do you think that some mothers run away from this exclusive? It does appear that some mothers don't want to be the exclusive. Is it that they want to preserve their breast? You know, before period to this interview, you actually told us that you don't even mind collapsing your breast. You don't even care even your breasts have to be used to sweep the ground, but you just want to give your children that exclusive breastfeeding. You said so. You are a mother. So why do you think that other mothers run away from this breastfeeding? This exclusive, sorry.
You know, if you're talking about exclusive, some women do breastfeed their child from 0 to 1 year.
Wow.
Hence.
Wow.
Exclusive, I said, exclusive is 0 to 6 months. Then from 6 months you introduce food and breast milk.
Okay.
But some women, once they start giving that child food from that 6 months, they stop giving the child breast milk.
Okay.
Their reasons are, some will say they don't want their breast to fall.
Oh.
Some will say the child sucks a lot.
I can imagine.
So for that reason, they want to stop the child totally from breast. And some will say the child decides not to take anymore.
Just a flimsy excuse anyway.
That is
and let me not take too much of our time, because even from the very beginning we have been able to explain everything that we needed to explain exclusive. You've educated us and you've even told us more like one about the danger and the benefits and all that. So, but there's this technical angle to this, and sometimes you see some infant formula. I don't want to measure their treadmill and all that. They will write underneath it that this particular infant formula is as good or even better than mother's breast milk.
It is not possible.
So it's not true.
It's not true.
So
let me comment.
Okay.
There are some cases whereby a mother cannot breastfeed a child.
Okay.
That is where those milks fall into place.
Okay.
So when a mother cannot breastfeed the child cannot sustain without breast milk.
Okay.
So that is why they made substitute.
Oh, okay.
Not just a perfect combination of breast. It can never be like breast milk. It can never be.
So
but
it's even an
they
auxiliary, just a substitute.
Yes, to help.
Okay.
To help the mother. Or maybe the mother died after birth. So the baby has to feed. That is where all this milk come into existence. So you give the child this milk to help grow.
Okay, I have just two questions left to you. Let me ask you the other one. You're a very passionate person, but I want to know whether this is your passion. If you become an authority of law, are you going to stop all infant formula?
No, I will not.
Just to encourage local exclusive breastfeeding, are you going to stop it?
I am not going to stop it, but I want people to understand something, that exclusive breastfeeding is the best. From 0 to 6 months, you should give your child that. That is the only good thing you have done for that child as a mother. So you should do it. After 6 months, you place the child on other diets and still continue breastfeeding. And at the same time, you get the appropriate milk. There are good milk in the market that you can use to blend your pap and every other thing you want to feed the child. Most women, they mistake this milk. They go for adult milk when their children milk to be used. That is where some parents, once the child is 6 months after breastfeeding, they'll say the child refused to eat. And that once you do a child exclusive breastfeeding, yes, some people do give that excuse. They'll say the child fully aware that they did not give the child the right milk, because they want to still get that taste of breast milk.
That's true.
So when the people producing this their milk production, they try as much as they can to make it look like breast milk. So when you give them that appropriate milk, the child has started eating everything and give it up.
Okay, breastfeed. And the second question, I told you two questions, two last questions. The second one is most times we grew up and saw things we now know that they were very funny. Where they will leave a child with another woman, and another woman could say, okay, because the mother is not always a good child, to breastfeed the child from the mother. Stuff like that does happen a bit. So what is the health consequence of such a thing? For another woman to breastfeed another someone's else child that is not a biological child?
I can't say because I don't know what the consequences like. Because to me, I've never seen such.
You've never heard it?
I've never seen such.
So your candid advice is that you are biologically and naturally supposed to breastfeed your own child that comes out from your own body, from your own body. And what will be your final remarks to the mother? How dear here we are broadcasting and in diaspora because we are world over globe. So what would be your advice to mothers?
I'm advising mothers to always breastfeed their child. From 0 to 6 months, give your child appropriate breast milk. Breastfeeding is very good. It's a good, how will I put it? It's the best milk that God created in women, mostly women, and that child needs it to grow. So it's very good. Every mother should do it. You as a mother too. When you see your child that is being, you will not be running up, and because you as the mother, you're the one carrying the load. Once the child is sick, you will be the one running helter-skelter. Yes, the mom might provide the money for the treatment and everything, but you as the mother, you will suffer for it. You will be with that child in the hospital, running around for drugs, making sure the child gets better and all that. So why don't you breastfeed your child and give that child the good health that he or she needs?
All right. Here on Red Alert FM, you've heard her. She has taken off time, everything, both emotionally, both psychologically, but even at time to explain to us and educate us on exclusive breastfeeding, breast milk for child and it's still your news boy Roland reporting live on Red Alert FM, and the program that was still your program of choice, Matters Arising, or AKA, or anyhow you call it, Hidden Matters. Thank you. God bless and see you soon.